Welcome back, everybody, one more time to the America First Event Center. Charlie Chitwood joined now by head coach Jason Burton. We're up in the rafters in southern Utah's house. Coach, tough game out there from the floor for your squad.
Yeah, I just think we lost the game early. Lost that game in the first 5 minutes. We just dug a huge hole that we had to overcome. And even then, after that first huge run that they went in the crowd, great environment with the kids and very loud in here. They had a great home crowd, but and that run, it just felt like every basket they made, they just got a little bit louder, a little bit louder, a little bit louder, and we just didn't start the game the way we needed to. And then once we settled down again, it's like other games this year. We started playing our brand of basketball. And
sorry, go ahead.
And when that happened, we settled in. We won the rest of the game after that point. And so, we have a good ball club, but we got to start games a little bit better. And ultimately, we got to win. We got to make some shots. We were 4-22 from the 3-point line, and every shot that we took from three, I liked. When you come in here and you force 23 turnovers and you only turn the ball over 7 times, we shot 11 more shots than they did. You just got to find a way to put the ball in the bucket. We guarded well enough to be able to win. And especially when you get 23 turnovers and you're able to get in some transition stuff and the ball just didn't go in. And so we gotta get back to, we gotta get in the gym, we gotta make some shots and just continue to play. I like a lot of the things we did. 14 made free throws and they only shot 13. So, and that was something that in the first half, we didn't really shoot free throws. We shot 4 free throws in the first half and then came out and able to shoot 16 in the second half. So a lot of good things that happened on our side of the ball. We just gotta close the gap. We gotta make some shots.
How much of a challenge that the Lion women haven't seen in a few games going inside against those long, spidery arms? 6'5" and 6'3", that's a little bit taller than your average.
Yeah,
bunch.
there's not going to be too many games where Simone James has 2 points on 0 of 7 from shooting, and then Layla Lawrence only has 6 points on 3 of 10 shooting. And that was one of the things we talked about before the game, just how great our bigs have been inside. But that length and it forced some really, really tough shots. And we even did a good job of crashing the offensive glass, had 12 offensive boards. But even then, you're shooting through some trees right there. And so, and when the refs were letting us play, and, we got to adjust some of those times. You have a chance to offensively be a little bit more aggressive, to probably create a little bit more space for yourself and get those shots off. But in games where they're so big inside, they force you to have to make some jump shots, and that's where we fell short today. Only hitting 4 shots from the outside out of 22. That's going to hurt you every time.
All right, I'm sure everybody at Southern Utah would say, yeah, it's a shooter's gym, but what kind of floor is this? We would talk about this back in the Lone Star when we would go to Aggie Gym versus, say, the First United Bank Center in Canyon. And, each gives the shooter a little bit different look through the glass of the backboard.
This is an incredible arena. And I think anytime you're in an arena and you're not used to playing in an arena, it gives you a different perception. That depth perception when there's nothing right behind the backboard is just different. And so, I think that does pose something when we're used to playing the field house. You got the line backdrop, especially in the second half,
right,
going towards our bench. But that's not an excuse. We still got to put the ball in the bucket. But beautiful facility, and it was a great game atmosphere for women's basketball today.
All right, Deani Robinson finishing with 23, but just weren't any double-digit scoring around her. And for what production you did get from Deani, she was 9 of 26.
It took 26 shots to score 23. That's what it boiled down to, man. I just, we tried everything. We tried to get some shooters from looks from the 3. We tried to go inside, and I thought that did work because us going inside, it did in the second half translate to us getting to the free throw line. The first half, a lot of it wasn't getting called, and that's okay. We got to make those adjustments. But mid-range wasn't falling. We got great looks. I thought we still executed our game plan really well, except for the first 3 minutes. I just thought we kind of shot quick shots, and that was uncharacteristic of who we've been lately, because you come off that New Mexico game, and we had 20 assists to 18 turnovers, which you don't love the 18 turnovers, but you love the way we shared the ball. You love the way we ran our offense. We constantly got the ball to the third side. We got multiple reversals. We made them actually have to guard us. And then we got great looks. And I thought that after the first 3 minutes, we settled in. We got really good looks. We got a little bit more comfortable with the size of the team we were going up against, and got some good looks. The ball doesn't go in the bucket, and hopefully the lid is not on the goal over there in St. George at Utah Tech, and we can put the ball in the basket a little bit more.
There you go. Well, the OG for all us Commerce people, Sam Walker, when he's talking about basketball on the road, he says some days you can't hit the ocean from the boat. However, defense should be able to travel, right?
Defense should be able to travel, and we are going to need defense to travel to St. George. They're averaging 93 points a game right now. They are filling it up. But, the teams, I've watched them play a lot of games. That's the luxury of having a long day of travel. You get to watch a lot of games if the Wi-Fi works. And so they shoot a lot of shots. And a lot of the teams that played them, they tried to press them. They tried to zone press them, and a lot of teams just gave up wide open looks versus this team. They're a team that's going to do a lot of dribble drive. Everybody on the floor can shoot the three. They're shooting about 28 to 33s a game. They've beaten Utah State. They've beaten some good teams and competed with the Kansas States of the world, who's top 25 in the country. But I do think our guards can guard. I think our team can guard. And so, but it's going to be a team that's not as big. We're going to be able to go inside. And so that's going to be something that we're going to have to control the paint on Saturday and then turn around and play some defense. And if we can do that, the Lions are going to get their first Division I win on Saturday.
There you go.
We will get our first Division I win on Saturday.
There you go. All right, you heard it from the man. It doesn't get any clearer than that. Coach, we've talked about long road trips before. You're just here on another. There's going to be another couple of those still yet to come. You just keep grinding, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to be more settled in come the next game. Yesterday was a long day. It was a long day of travel, and it was a quick turnaround. I think we practiced last night at 6 o'clock local time, and then 6 to 8 you turn around and you're playing an early game in the morning. So it's a lot of this boils down to management, and we probably could have went shorter yesterday and just try to but then just less about the game plan and more about getting legs. And that's the thing that us as coaches, we're all constantly thinking about, like, how much rest, how much prep, how much what is the right formula to give your team the most success. But this is a good ball club, and I think no matter what we were going to do, they were going to come out. They were hungry. They were hungry for a home win, and they were kind of like us, bleeding a little bit as far as just both teams had lost 4 games in a row, and their home court advantage was great to start the game, and it just took us a little bit too long to settle in today. But this is a really good team that's going to compete in the WAC and have a good opportunity with their size and what they do to win a lot of games in the WAC.
All right, Coach. Well, we're looking forward to the Lions winning a lot of games in the Southland, but we'd like to get some of these in between, right?
No doubt.
All right. Jason Burton, thanks for staying with us, folks. Lion basketball women's action. They do fall on the road at Southern Utah, the final 71-56. All this brought to you by good people like Buddy Barnes and Sue Davis, Lion Hall of Honor inductees, bringing you our coaches' interviews. And also Bobby Bounds, BMFB concrete block shots. Lions ended up with 6 of those today, Coach. And then let's not forget fix and feed at the foul line. Lions put up 14 points there. They'd like that and more come Saturday afternoon. It will be a 2 o'clock tip locally, which means 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. You'll be able to hear all the action for the women's date. Just down the road, about 52 miles in St. George, Utah. Much further than that, and Coach, you'll be back in Arizona, and you'll wonder where Nevada went. I'm Charlie Chitwood, Ryan Fulkerson back in the booth. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you Saturday afternoon from a little bit south. Bye-bye.